Welcome to studyknowledge.com. In this video lecture, we are going to see what is open channel flow, the basics, the different type of channels and the different type of flows allowed in an open channel. So, what do we mean by open? Now we know two types of flows. The first one is pipe flow and non-pipe flows. So, open channel flow comes under the category of non-pipe flows, in which open channels such as trapezoidal section, circular section, which are not flowing fully, suppose like this, such channels will be counted as open channels, open flow channels, triangular sections, rectangular sections. All these are various shapes used in open channel flow. So there are certain type of channels and there are certain basic concepts of fluid mechanics required to understand open channel flow. Now we will be discussing these. Apart from that, we will discuss the types of channels, assumptions involved in OCF and various related things. So we will start with the definition of open channel flow. So how are we going to define open channel flow? So open channel flow or OCF refers to flow of liquid in channels open to atmosphere, that is, the top surface of our channel is open to atmosphere, or it is a partially filled pipe, or say conduit, and they are characterized by presence of liquid gas interface, which is called free surface. So this is the definition of our open channel flow, which says that the flows in which the channel is open to atmosphere, which means there is presence of an liquid gas interface, referred as free surface. So the presence of free surface is the characteristic feature of open channel flows. Now coming to driving force in open channel flows. So there is no pump, there is no motor, no such thing is needed while the water travels from one place to another in open channel flow. So the driving force in open channel flows is none other than gravity, and there are two type of channels First one is rigid boundary channels. Second one is non-rigid boundary channels. So in open channel flow, we will study them. In open channel flow, we are going to study the rigid boundary channels, that is those channels whose boundary remains constant along various cross sections along the route of the river, or say drain, or our channel. Now coming to types of flow. So the flow may be classified as steady, or unsteady. Now what is the mathematical representation of steady flows? That is, the velocity remains constant with respect to time. That is, dv upon dt equals 0. Whereas in case of unsteady flow, dv upon dt is not equal to 0. So here the velocity of flow is constant with time. Whereas in case of unsteady flow, it is changing, it is variable. Now unsteady flow are further classified as GVUF, RVUF, and SVUF. We are going to see what these terms are in subsequent lectures. For now, we will see their full forms. The first one is gradually varied unsteady flow. The second one is rapidly varying unsteady flow. The third one is spatially varying unsteady flow. Now, the steady flow can further be classified as uniform flow and non-uniform flow. So there are steady uniform flow as well as steady non-uniform flow. Mathematically representing uniform flows, the velocity does not changes with respect to space. That is, dv upon dx is equal to 0. Whereas in case of non-uniform flows, dv upon dx is not equal to 0. So steady uniform flows are constant with distance. This is the characteristic feature of steady uniform flow. That is, steady uniform flow will be constant with respect to time as well as distance. Now, coming to some assumptions. The assumption is that velocity does not vary. This is for steady uniform flows. This is for steady uniform flows, that is, the velocity doesn't vary, which means the cross section parameters, the roughness parameters, as well as slope parameters are not varying. So suppose this is our bed, this is our channel bed. Say this is our channel bed and this is our free surface. This is our free surface. So all along this channel, all along our flow, the velocity remains same at any given cross section. So the velocity is remaining same along any given cross section. The average velocity is going to be same, and average velocity can be calculated as flow divided upon area. Now, what is the characteristic of steady uniform flow? It is that the depth does not vary in space. So, for steady uniform flows, the depth is not going to vary in space. Apart from that, in uniform flow, energy is gained, that is, energy is gained due to elevation fall and lost due to friction. So, energy is not constant. This implies that energy is not constant and potential energy is not converted to kinetic energy, else velocity will change. Now, coming to varied flows. So, what are varied flows? There are three types of flows: gradually varied flow, rapidly varied flow, and especially varied flow. But here we are going to see how and at what places RVF and GVF are located in the channel. So let's see. Suppose say this is our channel, and now after some place, after the dam or some retaining structure, water retaining structure at this location, suppose say this is our dam. Now suppose after the dam there is some slope towards downstream. Now this is the profile of our channel. Now how the flow is going to take place, we will try to understand that. So behind the reservoir, the water will gradually rise, and after that it is going to fall here and again going to rise and finally fall here and again going to rise. So during this profile, during this path of the water in the channel, there are certain changes in the nature of our flow. And how are we going to depict that? See, during this portion behind the reservoir, when the flow starts to rise till the reservoir, the flow is GVF. This flow is GVF, and it is over a large distance. Now, after that comes the rapidly varying flow, and it happens till the water again falls. This portion is representing the RVF, and it is very sudden in nature. After RVF again comes the GVF for a small portion. This is GVF, and in between another GVF happening over here. This is GVF happening over here, comes uniform flow. This small portion is uniform flow, and after the GVF again comes RVF. So it is sudden in nature, and we can depict the RVF by certain turbulence. Here also we can depict the RVF using the waves, because jumps, hydraulic jumps are formed in the RVF only. So we are going to indicate RVF with the help of some waves. This is RVF, and finally again the GVF will come, and further on the flow is going to be uniform. So in this manner along the channel the flow takes place, and the various types of flows occur. Now, a flow is called GVF when depth changes gradually over a long distance. And in case of RVF, that is rapidly varied flow, depth changes significantly over a short distance. So this is the difference between GVF and RVF. Now, here friction has an important role because the path is longer. Friction has important role, and here friction is not very much in play, because RVFs are sudden in nature, so that much friction, and as well as the distance is shorter. So in RVFs, the friction does not play any significant role. Coming to unsteady flow, the unsteady flow are of three types: gradually varied unsteady flow, rapidly varied unsteady flow, and spatially varied unsteady flow. Now, the gradually varied unsteady flow can be considered, for example, the passage of flood waves in river, RVUFs can be considered like surges or breaking of waves on shore, surges or breaking of waves on shore, and the surface runoff due to rainfall, etc., can be considered to be the example of especially varied unsteady flow. So, in this lecture, we saw that what are the various types of flow, what are the various types of assumptions and different type of flows that happen in a channel in both steady in nature as well as unsteady in nature. And in the coming lectures, we are going to see that what is their classification based on Froude's number, what are the important concepts like momentum equation, specific force, energy equation, and after that we will continue with our new chapter, uniform flow. So thank you.